a slow.
Used to be, but is this something you're considering from Talon to maybe offset the current lane setup? Because we see level 2, they're going to go. Jabs should be our first blood with a dive slow. Duraccio doesn't need to dive under the tower thanks to Celery's damage over time. And they will take a little bit of damage from the Korea wave. Q's still going to hold.
With the Invoker, somewhat sustainable, right? You've got the Cold Snap to be able to play around with if you wanted to just sit in the Ghost Walk. Probably a little bit too early level-wise to do it.
Yeah, nice Avalanche to be able to cover Jabs at the moment. But the stun as well on the dive. Celery will actually go down. A much-needed kill for Talon. Looking at here for Ace.
I think the Radiance would work fairly well, right? You know that it's going to prevent perhaps a little bit of damage.
I don't know about this. Yeah, they wanted to go for Ollie, but it just meant that Savage was freely able to right-click. And now Ace is in some danger as well. Decrypt to slow him down so Savage can get in front of the retreating Brewmaster. This eventually will be a double kill, and we are seeing the power of this Pugna again. Talon, they played it 3 times with 3 victories, 34-6 compared to the 26-4. Very impressed with the start that we're seeing out of the Puck so far. And of course, we know previously, actually top lane Jabs looking to TP out. Oh, we died in base. Stun still on cooldown for Duraccio. Q should be able to get back to the tower. Are they actually looking to go for it? No, never mind.
It's a big deal to have the Wraith King all the way back there, basically level on network with Celery up until this point, off the back of the first blood. But again, oh, wasn't expecting that.
Oh, some big kills now for Gladiator.
You know, the Shadows, you don't want it to be because you've died, and now they're actually going to go for a rotation of their own with that Arcane Rune, and they know they have to deal with this mid creep wave.
Jabs in a lot of danger. I mean, more heroes from Dire starting to funnel to top. You just have to sacrifice Jabs. In fact, he's even going to be able to TP out. Quinn is still going to be there nonetheless with the coil. So get the kill onto Q. Is this all 5 heroes? Everyone from Dire is at this top side.
He was able to TP out as a result of all of that. Defense. Because you can't have that sort of thing happen where you only end up getting a support, right? 23 Savage, getting a ton of farm.
Celery, this could be dangerous. Coil with the egg, but they just blow up Quinn. His health pool disappeared. Makoto's going to go under the cover of the Ghost Walker. Pretty good dead shot, but really not going to help out too much already. Avalanche will help them close the distance. A little bit messy with a tornado, and Tofu actually gets out. They stop the tree throw damage, and our Celery is going to be back with a combo. Ace comes out of nowhere as well.
He won't be.
He's got the ultimate ready to go if they want to continue chasing, and in the end, I mean, it is... No Celery's here?
Toto'll be fine, though. And Savage is right behind him.
Ball's going to break. Dive directly on the top two. They want to deal with the egg of retreat. Savage and Ollie's going to try and turn to bring it down the ditch. Man, so close from Tofu to keep it up, but see, Talon nonetheless will be able to bring him down.
A bit of a follow-up here. He might see the Illusory Orb going up towards the north side, and he's got those Spirit Vessel charges.
Nice hunting. Makoto going to be able to stop the Sunray instant. Now Q's even moving over as well. They should be able to get a double kill as a result to this Makoto. Hunting deep behind the tower, getting ready to potentially punish any defense out of Gamin Gladiators. Too long. Duraccio's been flawless so far, 17 minutes in. But Talon finally going to be able to close the door into the Chaos Knight. They are instant TPs coming through from Gladiators. Are they going to be fast enough to keep him alive? Sunray's out from Celery. Duraccio getting a lot of bonus health back with the life steal as well. Now the Supernova gives him firm control. Duraccio is all a bait, and now with Gladiators here, they can look to clean up. Jabs is going to end up going down. They'll be rewarded with the kill on Savage, but Savage wants to turn the him, looking to get involved. He's got that Orchid ready in the arsenal, but it's still messy. Makoto doesn't have the health pool to bite back as well. Now 8 underneath this Observe Ward.
No split now. 8 gets the Radiance.
Should nonetheless, with all the magical damage, be able to bring him down.
The chance this time.
So again, this is the big thing we brought up in the draft, right? Like, Gladiators, you're playing with a lineup that is very cooldown reliant.
Positively. Not if he dies, though, and gives up a good amount of that unreliable gold.
Back-to-back smokes that might not work out. Jabs is going to act as a bait. Pops the smoke, of course, can eat a lot of the spells. They haven't used too many big abilities, though. Mimble over to the left side. Savage going toe-to-toe. It's a pretty good supernova in the middle of the team fight. 23 needs to make the call to retreat. They'll get out of range of the egg. It's a lot of abilities now used. Meanwhile, Jabs on the right side, though, does get assassinated.
One acting as that bait a lot of the time. You can see immediately after that, he queues up the blade mail, just making sure that, you know what, if you're going to commit this much onto me, not only are you getting burned, you're also probably going to die.
Really have the lanes in a good position to make something out of the map here, Talon.
Able to have that BKB piercing disable right now. Quinn still just on 18.
Solar detection? That's a little bit. What's the call going to be? Makoto turns super early use of the egg. They don't really have many heroes to protect them. Makoto with the alacrity. And that's a big opportunity if Savage wants the song to get some more heroes now. I want to fight. They're coming in. Over to the northern side, Duracho assassinated Jabs. That was a reincarnation used early on as Ace jumps in the middle. Duracho's got a second life out of Jabs as well. Savage's song will do nothing. 4v4 at the moment. Gladiators, can they look to get more as well? As Savage is by himself. Talon, they're not in a position to protect him as GG find a big kill. They're going to be able to surround him on this second life, and Quinn will force away the reinforcements. Savage has the BKB to protect himself momentarily, but look at Ace guiding Makoto on the backline. That sets up for Quinn's jump, and Orchid will prevent the spell casting, but the dead shot drags him back at you out of danger. Savage gets some distance. Quinn's going to jump to the backline as well, but the spell's still on cooldown for Q. Yours in snare. Avalanche is up in a couple seconds. Duracho's going to try and prevent Q from holding Quinn into place. And meanwhile, these buildings have fallen. They've held the buyback from Makoto, but there's still a bit of an opportunity to get more kills as Quinn easily jumps and blows.
Coming through here, wanting to protect this wave as much as possible.
Previously, the teamfight ultimates have been disastrous for Talon inside the fight. They're going to jump Jabs again to start. Should be able to kill the first life without committing too heavily. What can Talon do to protect Jabs on the respawn? Get some separation to the right spot. Pops the smoke, gets the information. They're going to use the ward as well. Q will find a pretty good initiation onto the Phoenix. There's just no follow-up.
No, boys.
Salary's okay. Q jumped into the lion's den, and Talon don't want to follow him to death. They'll look to retreat to the southern side. Duracho's gone far too forward. It's a big kill to the chaos side if they're going to be able to find it. A supernova dropped on the Heg. They're going to try and turn to deal with the egg. I don't know if they got the right clicks. Egg will pop at the last second. Makoto's in some danger. Duracho buyback into the middle, but Savage, he'll give them an opportunity to retreat. Ace, he actually cancelled the TP. The Bruling stops Savage from getting out. They can now chase the Nagasarian down to the south. Quinn, he got Makoto as well. A disastrous fight. The buyback from Duracho, huge. The egg even better. And now Gamin Gladiators can look to walk it down and go for the finishing blow. Savage wants to bring one man with a grave, but he won't even do that.
They got absolutely nothing, but still another 20 seconds until you're going to get any sort of pause back into this game, and they went for a slightly more aggressive route, but then the greed took over. The classic mentality of wanting to go into that late game. SEA plays it better than a lot of other teams and a lot of other regions, but it's just not enough.
Shaps is like, take my life instead. They would just turn to the throne. Makoto's back. You've got, Savage in fight, but it's far too long. Couple seconds too long, in fact, in Gamin Gladiators.
It's not even what they're capable of doing. I'm just a little worried about, you know, having to contend against the likes of this break coming through from the Primal, the break coming through from the PA, and the really strong lanes that you've got in both of the side lanes.
Q in trouble? Hopefully should be able to get that blinding light pushed back. They're going to have a lot of slows as well. Jabs is actually coming back in, but I don't know if there's much that Talon can do to get Q out of danger. They might be able to get a return kill. Quill's also taking a lot of damage, and the Quills are...
Number one, even moving down towards the bottom side is Tofu, getting hit a little bit by some of these creeps. You'd hate to get hit by that Purge from the Satyr Banisher. I can D-ward off, never mind, it's denied.
Oh, Roche. Oh my god, surely not. Q should be fine to be able to get the snowball off to dodge the Rolling Thunder. They might even turn over to the right side. Tofu is in some trouble. Ollie and Makoto hand in hand should be able to bring down the support on Gladiators. There will be a response though. Pretty good shards, Quinn, nonetheless. Swashbuckle at the ready. He's going to be able to guarantee the power rune is an illusion, which is... So are they going to be able to kill him a second time? Arachio straight back into the lane. You're going to need some mass TPs out of Gladiators. They will come through the form of Ace along with Celery.
I mean, these are big TPs right now. Savage has this time to be able to play solo. Ollie able to dodge out that onslaught. Is he going to get away? Surely not.
Oh, all right. But Savage came through the portal.
This is done.
Rupture at the ready as well. Oh, doesn't find the vision on Duro. Forced to use it on Ace now, though. Try and kill the tower to stop the rotations, but Kodo's here as well. So another big kill that Talon's going to be able to pick up, really minimizing how much Duracho can get out early on. Shots from Q. Seller just slips out.
Kodo, I'm sure he's going to be a tiny bit salty about that.
It is good to see him being active, though, nonetheless. I mean, Rupture can almost always guarantee a kill, and we're going to see it not even used here for Tofu. Kodo is able to get himself closer towards the vessel. Gladiators are trying to strike back, though. It's Quinn and Celery together. You do have Ace reasonably close by as well. That double damage rune is going to shred them apart. But the shards makes it a little bit awkward, but Savage has already tanked up way too much damage, and Quinn's already looking for the +1 kill.
Impact, but talk about impact. That diffusal blade only about 400 gold away.
Oh, Ace should be able to stop the trample away. Celery's actually going to drop the tombstone on the higher ground, but it's going to do nothing here. So nice little kill for Talon. Let's see where Makoto wants to go next. He's really been on the mark with his rotations. 3-0 and 2. A much different performance we're seeing out of him. And instantly looking at mid lane. He can combine with jabs. Also a great timing as well out of the power. He's going to run straight into him. They want to go for Tofu, which is the easy kill. Lightning Light will only stall this one out. Quinn will try and do whatever he can. Ace's Rolling Thunder's still on cooldown for 15 seconds. That's a perfect tornado. Makoto's Invoker this game is really on point. Now Quinn's in some danger. They will have the snowball to be able to stop the pulverize, but it's a little bit too late though. And now Celery is going to look to enter with a Flesh Golem. Makoto in some trouble, but the shards will do nothing as Gladiators. A big couple of kills to be able to slow down this momentum that the Invoker's been starting to build.
Yeah, and they could have potentially gone for a bit more of a slow play, right? They had the 10-minute siege creep there. If they see if there is any hero that ends up showing themselves, would love a quick kill onto Celery.
It might not be quick though.
The boys.
Gladiators are nearby. Lucky Shot's gonna make it a little bit more messy. It looks like with jabs coming through along with the Ice Blast, without a doubt they'll get the kill. There might be a Tombstone as well if they want to go for it instead. Or is it tier 1 small? They'll drop the ward. There's a sentry in range. Jab should know.
Sees it.
Activates the BKB, tries to turn, but once AC is going to be in with the break, might be a little bit easier about killing the Bristleback. They're hesitant though. Gaming don't want to commit heavily, and now with the reactions out of Talon for the grab ally, will keep him alive momentarily, but it's not going to matter. Stunned as he re-enters the living. It won't be there for too long. They want to go back in though. Savage is committed with the BKB. He's in a lot of trouble as Quinn is going to be on man. Has more than enough wards to be able to bounce back off. The Rupture's proving to be annoying, but it will not matter in the end. And now Q can still jump over the top. Jabs is starting to stack up this damage. His Bristleback has gone uncontested. And where is Duracho? Just not involved throughout that team fight. Was having a bit
she could possibly need, even going into that nullifier next.
Can't lose that ward.
That Ghost Scepter's not a fact.
They're going to jump Q straight onto Tofu. They should be able to blow up the keep of the life, but once again, Celery will keep him alive. They found Makoto. Now that's a big target to take out of the equation, but Savage is going to look to enter as well. Duracho! These crits are raining.
No Ice Blast. Actually is the case. Oh, Ice Blast and complete vision as well. Ace is acting as that frontline bodyguard.
Plus is coming through now. It's going to clip on two. You've got the Aegis, but instantly taken care of. And now they won't get much value out of the break as well. It's going to be on cooldown for a little bit of time. What's the call on Talon? Makoto's going to be back in. Duracho jumps to the left side with the BKB on cooldown. Can he activate the cheese? Gets it off for the last second, but he's still going to be bursted. Fall to zero. And just left standing in the middle of it all as well with the scepter. This bristleback is ripping Ace apart. They got to get out. Gladiators, you need to cut your losses. But Q jumps over the top of the high ground. That's a perfect shard placement. There is no retreat from Dyer. Tofu will be cut down as well as Talon. The numbers disadvantage. It did not matter. What a fight by the pit.
That's crazy. I thought they had no chance. No BKBs. 3v5 sort of situation.
Jab's going to run straight to them. And with the ward, they know that no one else is behind him. This is going to be a huge kill. Break is out and his health pool just evaporates. That's a gem as well. Double gem now for Gladiators. I'm straight rolling thunder.
Yeah. Up under a watcher that they had under their control. So right now, Jabs just wants to shove out the wave, force someone to have to deal with this first. Tornado off the mark.
Well, Makoto being on the front's worrying.
They can retreat. This would be huge.
Rupture's out as well.
Get a good rupture off.
He's going to have to protect himself with the Arcanum shot. He's fallen pretty low, but meanwhile, Durachi wants to jump in the middle. Ace is going to fall over through as well. They're holding down Makoto momentarily. Durachi with the burst damage. They'll deal with the Invoker. What's the call now from Gladiators? Can you look for more kills? As Q, he is advantage, instant rolling thunder. Quinn's going to try and hunt the backline. Second use of the rupture. Quinn's going to have to stand in the middle. Where's Q to be able to get the kick away? Now Quinn, he's isolated from the team. It's all up to Duracho now with the ruptures used. He should be free inside to fight. He's going to try and chase down Makoto to the south. A quick disengage gets him out of danger. They're not done just yet though. Ace hunting for more, but Talon retreated to the safety of their high ground. Do they want to go in though? Early will lead the charge, wants to drop his own ward, which completely scouts Talon out. Duracho is going to be able to jump as well, but the break's there. Jabs is in a lot of danger. Refreshes his health pool thanks to the cheese. Now Duracho down low, they blow him up. No Duracho for the team fight. Talon, you've got to get more. This is your one opportunity. They'll try and cross the bridge back to their side of the map. Ace wants to try and disrupt them, but the tornado clips on 4. Duracho will bite back, but he's way too far away. Ace is going to hold down Savage on the right. That Ace just solo killed the Bloodseeker. Now there's a big opportunity. Gladiators, they'll need to get more out of this. The investment out of the buybacks is costly. As Quinn should stop Makoto on the retreat. If they got detection, it looks like they do. Will try and TP out, but the rock throw will stop him short as Gladiators somehow come out on top.
How did he do that much damage? I suppose maybe he had the blood mist put up onto this high ground when they don't have the Bloodseeker, when they don't have the Invoker. And if Talon have the cojones to use this buyback, if Q is able to get into a good position for a kickback, they might be able to do it.
Well, they're looking for it. Maybe being able to blow him up. 4-0. Celery again. This tombstone save. And now you just sacrifice Q's life. And Bristle's in a little bit of trouble as well with the breakout. Ace sees an opportunity to be able to charge in the middle. Savage tries to do what he can, but it's not going to matter. Now senses an opportunity. Makoto with the tornado will disrupt. The combo's going to get laid down. Kick further inside the base. Gaming Gladiators. What can you do on the respawn? To just even sacrifice his life? Quinn will try and give an opportunity for the Phantom Strike, but the instant Hex is finally there. And now they're looking for more as well. Ace, kick back. This is the opportunity Talon have been waiting for. Ace will go down without a doubt. It's just a question of can they get more kills. This Savage we're going to just try and waste as much time. But again, if anyone's nearby, Q may look for the opening with the kick. He's starting to run up.
Jabs is just softening up a little bit.
Wait, Jabs?
Why not?
Dude! They were in trouble now as well. Sorry again.
Remember?
Oh my lord.
I think it's been the MVP.
Hang on, they're coming.
GG so far.
Smoke's gonna pop. Ollie's in a really peculiar position where they can just blow up the support. A quick guaranteed kill onto an easy opportunity. Gives them a 4v5 and potentially more as well as Q's gonna go down. These are the heroes without buyback. Savage.
No, Savage.
He's not trapped himself.
No one's claimed that watch right now.
Quinn, he's not going to mess around. Instant rolling thunder. They're going to get to the back line. There's the link. It's one double Savage. He's in a lot of danger. Duracho's going to try and close the distance. Savage can't get any lives. Still back. It's too late from Makoto spellcasting. Still, they won't get a return kill. Can Makoto slip under the cover of the invis though? Ace has got the detection. Pulverize slams him into the ground. The buyback to the pivotal thing is they're already back in the middle thanks to Tofu's hell. Can they get any more of this though? Ace is going to try and get onto Jabs. They'll separate themselves. Two fights are breaking out simultaneously. Jabs uncontested so far, but he's not going to have the mana or the health shortly as well. As the breaks are proving too much of an issue. Look at the mid base though. Makoto, he just brought back to Makoto. This is an all or nothing play. Quinn's going to need some assistance as well. They'll get the TP in from Jabs. They're going at. What is this?
Attack from Rage, Ollie, do it.
It's all or nothing now. You just got to go for it. 25 seconds. Quinn's onto Makoto, BKB. They want to deal with the tombstone, wants to call Messi inside the team fight. There's a lot of damage from Ace. He's trying to control the backline, making space. The throne is now exposed. Talon, they're going to go straight for the jug kill with a Stitch and Desolator. This base is falling fast. Still Duracho down for 5 seconds. Talon will send us to a so far this year, West.
Can you do? Also just wondering what the item build is going to be like on Makoto, but I think both you and I agree that...
Seller, yeah, in some danger with the fissure placement. Jab's going to be able to land the Starbreaker, and this will be our first blood. And Duracho
pumped into this tower and a full wraparound coming from the Jakiro here.
What a scary position for them. It's going to be able to bounce them back into the Phantoms. Great positioning out of the Spirit Breaker charge. And Q's going to come down, but what can he really do with this rotation? Maybe Celery is in some trouble.
Nah, no damage. No mana on Ollie. There's no chance.
No. Should be able to go through the portal. They're going to go for kills instead. Why not? They see some freebies and they'll be rewarded. A great...
There. He's gone for the phase boots route. So this is much more of like, less of a farming build, more of a kill build.
His Phantom placements. Solar Guardian's going to be in the fish. It's a little bit awkward though. Jabs is on the other side, but Makoto will struggle to follow up. Dude, everyone from Gladiators recognize the importance of this fight. Duracho is ready with the Chrono, but the instant Delta split away from Talon, he'll still get an opportunity to use it onto the offlaner. But now 23 Savage, he's ready to go for the 10v10. They should be able to deal with Tofu. And double Midas has been worked on for Gladiators. Ace is so farmed and potentially going to be rewarded with another kill. Savage blown up from 4-0. Mid lane now though. Are they not even going to have the damage? You serious? Ace everywhere across the map with the early Spirit Breaker involvement. Ollie will get the kill onto Celery, but this is getting to some dangerous territory already quiet out of him in this game.
Makoto at least is relishing this small amount of time that he's got solo in the mid lane. To put a little bit of pressure on that tier 1 tower as well.
This is a gigantic kill. I think he does, especially with Ollie here. That is a much needed kill. Savage able to bring down Ace, who was off to an incredible start this game.
To play around with, and if you can just look to hinder that further and further, it means that the Faceless Void gets more usages out of the Midas. The Faceless Void gets to start building into his farm. See, that's exactly where the cards are coming mid once again.
There's a double LSA, and now they're going to get Makoto as well.
Yeah.
And it's the same recipe always. Gladiators, so much emphasis on securing power runes. Talon only bring 2. And they're going to be punished for that. If you're going to go for these runes, you need to bring more members. Who has the boys shortly, and if they group up for the chrono, this could be devastating. Jabs, he's just going to run up and meet them all. And you can't take a fight here with the calling. It's going to be disastrous. They'll still try, though. Tofu's falling low. All the AoE control proving to be an issue. Jabs tries to get the ultimate up, but just to no avail. And they just are all mincemeat running into the grinders. Now Gamin Gladiators, they'll find Ollie as well in no man's land. Savage considers about showing up, but he is far too late.
But they've got the stuff to be able to make a counter initiation happen. Duracio's not too far away.
Instant TP's.
One.
Oh, Quinn, that long range stun. Can he blow up Savage?
Duracio's still hungry for it, but doesn't look like they'll be able to convert. So waste some TPs, just go on them instead. But it's like it'll have to be Ollie. Yeah. They'll just go. They just skew.
Oh, Makoto. Also get more fish. He's going to stop the charge.
All right, nicely done by Q. Still ends up costing them a couple, but
Tofu and Ace going to lead the charge. Ollie once again. Be able to pop this. Q will give him some separation just to be able to get the kill. Makoto with the counter over the echo. It's a pretty good combo. Can they blow up Quinn? And they will. That is a great start. Duracho. Can he find the angle for the chronosphere though? Over the right side, the waveform. Savage toying with Gamin Gladiators. And now the fissure onto 2. The perfect start is Makoto's going to jump over the top of the chain control. Duracho protected for the moment for this. In some danger. In fact, it's actually Celery. That is the one in trouble, and Talon somehow, some way, find a incredible team fight. They take 3, and that is all thanks to Ollie's positioning.
Ollie's positioning and Q spell casting. That was perfect use out of that early Agative Shard.
As well. Look at them calling. Tofu in a close area. Could be devastating. They're going to be able to get the jump in. Roche is down. Makoto gets the ages. It's a great start for Talon. Duracho used an early BKB as well. Talon kiting over to the right side. Okay, momentarily. We need to see what Duracho can do with his ulti. Savage, he's going to charge over the north side. Duracho doesn't even get to play this team fight. As Talon now can potentially get some more kills. Makoto stops the charge. Ace, 4,200. But when he has no heroes to play around him, it doesn't matter how long it takes to kill him off.
With that, though,
they're really split. They're going for their own kill. Jabs is isolated. Gonna be able to blink closer back to the T2 tower. Meanwhile, I mean, there's a straight chrono as well, so everyone else is stuck from being able to join. And Duracho just gets the time lock away. Savage wants to jump on forward, but the BKB stops the dead shot. As he got the damage, he does. Waveform to confirm the kill, and Savage is not done just yet. Your high ground will not stop me. The Savage finds a double further to the south. Ace is isolated. When he doesn't have any boys to play with, he can be vulnerable. Quinn's gonna TP in, has to jump over the right side as the aggro slam. Ace can find an opportunity to charge away, but Quinn, he doesn't have the same capability. Tries to fly up to the high ground, but he's gonna be cut down. Just what is going on? Gamin Gladiators, they are crumbling.
Are indeed. They won't be able to take any towers off the back of it. Ace immediately looking to shove out that mid wave in the bottom lane off the back of that previous gank attempt. Option coming through. I believe Ace has the Shadow Blade completed, so it's another thing that's just going to enable to...
They see Tofu.
He shows himself, yeah.
Simultaneous jumps to the right and left. Both supports blown up from 4 to 0. They're not messing around, Talon. They're looking for more as well. Under the cover of the Shadow Blade, Ace is going to charge into the middle as well. You still have the Chronosphere. Savage with the Replicate's going to be able to prevent Duracho. They split away. Duracho doesn't have a good opportunity for his ultimate. Will finally use it, but it's a wasted Chrono. No value out of it. And now Makoto can hum. Tofu stuck in no man's land. As Talon just have their day.
Just can't wait for him to get to the neutral camp, I guess.
And this is going to give Talon now an opportunity to set up around this top side. It's a jump. Chrono still on cooldown for another 5 seconds. Tofu gets blown up without remorse. Duracho is going to try and put a little bit of damage into Makoto. Charge from the other side of the map as well. Ace going to try and deal with Ollie. Once again, 23 Savage looking to try and play around with the Spirit Breaker replicate. Ace is in some danger with the Purge. Great reaction out of the Morphling, and again, Duracho will have 0 damage inside the bubble. It is an all-out retreat. They've got to cut their losses.
As well. Doesn't want to let them get away, particularly Quinn. He's been pretty sneaky with that play.
Savage. See how Tweet Shift to be able to work with. Not going to be able to blow him up for 40-0. Ace spies the Shadow Demon, but doesn't commit with the charge.
Got the Purge.
Going to be cautious. They group up instantly. The split away once again. Duracho doesn't find an opportunity for the Chrono, but everyone is isolated. Makoto's away from the boys. They're going to need to find some way to protect him with the Chrono. This time will clip 2 heroes, and that gives him the opportunity to kill off Jabs as well. Against the world, can he do it with the instant buybacks? Solid Guardian back into the middle. Savage, of course, has that second life. Down to the southern side though, Ace gets some time to charge away, but the Fissure stops him from escaping. Duracho gets blown up as well, and now Quinn looking like it might be a dieback, finds the blink at the last second. Gamin Gladiators not done. A Celery will also be killed off inside the river as up the high ground Savage goes.
He knows that there's no backdoor protection. He knows that you're going to need to use a buyback for this. Otherwise, you're losing your entire base. But with no Chronosphere to be able to play around, can they 100-0 him?
I don't think you can. 3,500 health, and you got the Wind Waker out of Q, and now Quinn as well. Jumped on the back left from Makoto. Pushed into the double Fissure. Quinn's down for over 2 minutes. And now the building's under siege. No Chrono for the defense. They can go for the end if they want. Talon knocking one of the favorites to start in the lower bracket.
More buybacks being used. They don't want to give this one up without a fight. This is starting in that lower bracket. A single series enough to be able to wipe you out. They would love to be able to
Duracho, Savage, refresher used for the double waveform. That
they still can't
is all she wrote. Talon and Savage take a freaking bow. What a comeback performance from the Southeast Asian boys. They are